Alright, so the head's disassembled. From last time, this exhaust valve on cylinder number 3 was giving us trouble. It was the one that stuck up and the bucket wouldn't come out. So what I'm going to do is end up using another head that I have, because this one is visibly damaged. Right there. It's pitted into the head, and it actually went into the hole where the bucket sits. So I'm not going to be using this head. I am, however, going to be taking the valves out of it, because these are actually pretty good. They're pretty clean. They don't have a bunch of carbon buildup like the ones on this other head that I'm about to show you has. So this head is off of my spare GZE block. I went ahead and disassembled it, took all the valves out. But the valves in this one are super crispy. As you can see, that's exhaust valve. And that is the intake valve. So went ahead and disassembled it. Going to just take it to the parts washer, clean it up, and going to be swapping the valves from the other head into this one. Alright, let's submerge this thing.
Oh, that's nasty.
Hey, that actually covered it really well. It's right up to the brim. That's really good. Look at that. Last clip, the head actually cleaned up pretty good, and for all that hard work, I'm rewarding myself with a nice modelo, because it's modelo time, fool. But anyway, head cleaned up pretty good. Now it's time to go ahead and change out the valves from the other head, because they're a lot cleaner. Because like I mentioned before, these exhaust valves are really nasty. I can clean them up if I want to, but I just want to use the other ones. They're already pretty clean and free of any carbon buildup. So what I'm actually going to do is start by cleaning off the stem of the valve itself, making sure that I remove any of the carbon buildup that's on the valve and around it, and then I'll start lapping the seats of the valve. You saw from the last clip, the head actually cleaned up pretty good with the parts washer and a little bit of elbow grease. So for that, I'm going to go ahead and reward myself with a nice cold modelo before I begin the second tedious part of lapping the valves in the head. So what I went ahead and did is just wrapped the top of the valve with a little bit of tape, and I'm just going to put that into a drill and use a wire wheel to clean up any carbon deposit that is built up on the valve itself. So like I said before, these are the valves off of the other head, the head that was taking off taken off of the engine because, like I said, the other valves that came in this head off the GZE block were really crispy and they were super toasted. So I want to use these. But anyway, I will be lapping all of these by hand. I know it takes a little longer, but I don't want to use a drill and end up drilling too much in one area. So when the drill is coming down and you're rotating the valve, if your position is off and you're pushing too much on one end or on the other end, then you can create a void in the seal itself, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. So I'm going to do it all by hand. I know it's going to take forever, and there's 16 valves, so let's go ahead and get to it. So all I'm doing is I'm just taking the piece that I taped up and I'm putting it in the drill, and then I'm taking just a small piece of steel wool, and as this rotates, just run this up and down along the valve, because it isn't harsh enough to start taking away material. It's just going to clean the valve off to prepare it for us to start lapping it. Specifically, as you can see, very clean. Like I said, it doesn't take enough material out to worry about it. It's just going to clean up the valve itself, but I think overall it cleans up very nice. Alright, it is 12:35 in the morning. We're gonna go ahead and get started on lapping these valves. So after cleaning them using the drill and steel wool method, clean them up. I've got a jug of oil. I made sure to oil the valve guide itself, and now I'm just going to use a little bit of the valve grinding compound on the outside of this. I am going to be using this wooden dowel thing. I know it's a pain in the ass for a lot of you, but especially for people who haven't done a valve lapping job many times, to actually get the feel of, you know, what a lapped valve sounds like and feels like, I really prefer this method. I know it takes longer. It's a pain in the butt to start to deal with these little suction cup ends. You hear how it's getting quieter in pitch. It gets quieter in pitch, and what I'm also doing is I'm lifting the valve itself and I'm rotating it about 90 degrees. That way that valve grinding compound kind of moves, it rotates, and then once you push it back down, it kind of splats back out. That way you can continue going. Alright, so I went ahead and cleaned off all of the valve grinding compound off the valve. So now we're going to go ahead and make a dry pass. And when you make the dry pass, you want the valve seat itself not to squeak. So if it doesn't squeak when you rotate it, that means that you have sufficiently taken enough material out and that it'll seal. So rotating it here, picking it up and moving it around in different locations, and as you can tell, the only sound that it's making is from my gloves. Alright guys, that's it for now. Like I said, I'm still going to be on the hunt for a block. I'm going to go to a couple junkyards this week and see what I can find. Hopefully I can find one that has semi-low miles. If it's got like 150 or lower, yeah, probably 150 or lower, I'm cool with that. But anyway, that's it for now with the head. We'll continue. Like George said, hopefully in the near future we will be lapping cars, not lapping valves. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.